Today's my relaxation time because today, I did all the CDs, printed out all the CDs, got all that stuff done. So I was going through hell for the last month. So now it's time to put it out there and see who hires me. That's what we're working on right now. Stevie, this is yours. The cover.
Thanks, man.
The fifth house from the corner. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth house from the corner. The house right there. When my parents were divorcing, that's where I used to stay at with my mom right here. And I used to walk every day from here to the train station, jump on a train and go to the Bronx and see Fat Joe. Because that's at the time I was living over here, I used to actually work at Fat Joe's store. So I used to go over here, get something to drink, and then head myself over to the train. Yeah, we're gonna go on the boat, so.
How you feeling?
Alex said, yo, what are you doing on Sunday? That's what we doing on Sunday. Go pick up the beer, go pick up Steve. Steve says, yo, let's go on the boat.
Duran had something to do.
First class whips, high heels on, taking champagne sips. She can get dudes, so she can get chicks.
How did you come up with the name Ray Montana?
I was washing dishes at a diner called the Greasy Spoon. and everybody calls it the Greasy Spoon, but it's not called the Greasy Spoon. And the lady saw me, what I was doing out the back door, something that, and she told me, she's like, oh, you funny, you washing dishes and you look like, you're like Tony Montana. And like 2 of my friends had heard her because they were there. And it just went on. And then watching the movie a million times, getting into that, where the aspect like Tony Montana, he's all about being successful and he's independent and wants to do whatever he can to be, to the biggest level of his career. And then Manolo is all about ladies and making them happy. I'm like one of them, like both of them in one.
Why you came back?
Well, I pretty much I got independently on my own career to a point where I was just so high on my own, and there was like nowhere else. It was like the next thing to do was get signed. But at the end of the day, I still had to say to myself, I'm not from California. I'm from New York. I had to be established myself in New York and be a New York artist. That's my song Angel. I just did that song with GC, Golden Child. He's a friend of mine. He's my actual producer.
Why did you go to California?
To just basically start the whole music career off right. I figured, Fat Joe's in New York, Pitbull's in Miami. California didn't have, that one Latin solo artist dude. I pretty much got online one day and started researching like people in California that do music. I got a connection with this guy through some instant chat. He was basically telling me, he's like, listen, you come out here, we'll record, and we'll do some music. So I was like, all right, let me save up some money and see what I can make happen. Yeah, last time, but we were messing with the engine. He told me, just go around the bend and come straight on the beach and take the beach all the way. Stay close to the beach so you don't catch all the waves.
They have a dock and everything?
Yeah.
They have a
dock and everything. You park your boat there, boy, you walk right inside and eat. So at the time, I was waiting on this one check, and I said to myself, if my first check is there at my apartment, if I got it, I'm going to go. That's going to be my only way I'm going to go to California. And I went to the house, I checked my mail, I didn't have my check. So I jumped in the shower, and I prayed. I just wanted to go to California, just felt it in my head. And when I came out the shower, the landlord came downstairs, and he's like, hey, Ray, I forgot one of your mail. I got it right here, and I looked, and it was the check.
Good now, what's about that?
All right.
Do you get into live performances and stuff?
I love live performances. I love reaction in the crowd. I love to see people sing my music and make them go somewhere else and not even think about their day-to-day thing and what happened to them early in the day. Just they're in a different vibe and they're there partying. I love that. I love making people feel good.
How do you feel on the stage when you see all the crowd?
Oh, that's my thing. I love it. I don't get nervous. Like, that's a funny thing. Like, the first time I performed, Big was at the Apollo, so there was no wrecking stuff. I can't, it happened, and I went for it.
Tell me about the bikers.
The biker thing was kind of crazy because that came about where I just wanted to do something crazy that, nobody's ever done. I wanted to do a music video, basically just me riding on the motorcycle and rapping on the motorcycle at the time. I thought it was the coolest thing. I had never seen nobody do it. So I was like, I thought it was a cheesy idea, But then I thought to myself, okay, this would be the best way to get fans. Because the biker world in California is huge. It's over 100,000 bikers there easy. You know, the biker world out there.
Right next to my Lambo, so sick. So please don't act all gangsta on your motorbike. Cause I'll Chris Brown dance on my motorbike. I ride high and say I'm ballin' on my motorbike. Kids on the corner pointing big on my motorbike. Ask your wife how it feels on my motorbike. Getting nice, sipping my ties on my motorbike.
Yeah. Nice meeting you, Montana. Nice out in the water, having a good time, have some drink.
Good time.
So
we're having a lovely
it's all
time.
about my boy here today.
Stop it.
Today's his day.
Do you listen to your own music?
I can't, like, it's funny, like, I listen to it, I critique it, like, I'll listen to it, like, right now we listened to it early, and I was just like, I should have changed that, oh, that's not mixed, oh, I'm looking around at people and seeing their vibes, you know, and lucky I surround myself with a lot of real people that are not on bullshit, full of shit, that'll tell me, that sounds funny, but it's always been great feedback. Sometimes people say, oh, you real cocky and stuff like that, but I don't come off, I just come off as I'm confident. You know, I believe in myself. You know, I believe in my music. Even when I'm out at different occasions with friends and family, I don't like to talk about my music. You know, I like just to be normal and talk about everything, but it's just like, it's always about my music and not about Ray Montana, not about me as a person. Like, how you doing, Ray? How's your situation?
Also, do you judge your mother? The
For
fact
what
that
she done? Yeah, I told her, like, I forgive her, but I said, I'll never forget what you did to me. You know, I'll never forget that. You know, but I can't. You know, I've done bad things in my life that God has forgiven me for, so I got to be a forgiving person. I don't sit there and think of the negative. I mean, you think of the negative, you just become a negative person. You might as well kill yourself.
So positive is your philosophy.
Positive. Just think positive. It's always helped me. It's always helped me to be positive and keep positive people around you. I keep people around me like that are good friends, like GC. I see the hunger in them. You know, and I want to help him. He wants to help me. Like, we see that in each other. And then the friends is one thing where we cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's always good to have. It's a good vibe where I'm not going to bullshit him. He ain't going to bullshit me. He going to tell me that shit sound whack. I'm going to tell him that shit, I don't like it. Fake people come to you and be like, yo, Ray, that sounds hot. And in your head, you know it's whack. Like, oh, man, it's terrible. You know what I mean? Like my bike riding music video. I did that just to play around. And more people, I hate that song in the video. But more people like that than anything else. Like, people look at my CD now, I'm like, yo, where's the bike rider song? Like, yo, how many times do you want me to put that song out? But, you know, that's like the weird part about it, is I'm competitive with myself, and I critique everything I've done, and the songs I don't like, everybody else loves. And then the songs I like, people love too, but it's just it's so funny, man. I'm actually a recording artist.
Nice. Don't steal mine. I want that.
What is your relationship with your parents?
Well, my father's passed away. My mother I talked to on and off. I haven't seen her in about 12 years. So that's pretty much, you know.
Why didn't see her?
Not a situation. Nah, she moved on, did her thing. You know, she fell in love with a younger guy and left. Probably since I was 18. I started music, it was crazy, like, I wasn't young, like a little kid, like 5-year-old with a guitar in my hand, like, you know, my parents are musicians, none of that stuff. I basically was homeless living in my friend's basement of his house. It was growing upon me that I was just chilling in the studio, and then, you know, chilling there, my friends doing it all the time, doing the music, and I always loved music since I was a kid. My sister used to always make me listen to, you know, all types of music. And I used to just sit there. Every other kid is playing video games. I'm sitting there with headphones on, you know, bugging out, playing with records and playing with CDs and just listening to my sister's music that she had. Sometimes I go to the studio and just sleep on the couch, just listening to beats all night. 13 years old when I first met Fat Joe and Big Pun. I was there just to get clothes on my back for school, just to look fly. But it was also the music, being around hip hop. It's an addiction. This is what makes us happy. Weed don't make me happy. Drugs don't make me happy. Liquor don't make me happy. Women, it's all right, it's cool, but it's like, this is what makes me happy, to see that I could create a song with a blank piece of paper from nothing. That's what I love to do. I'll inspire some kid to look at it like, yo, listen, if he can do it, if he can record, if he could print out his own CDs, if he could do his own beats, organize his own vocals and record himself and do all that with nothing, I can do it.
What do your tattoos mean?
You know, my whole arm with the highlights. It says "Protect Me, Father" across my back for my dad. Got the Scarface, my nickname Montana. Got the Lazarus on my shoulder, praying hands on my chest. You know,
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
fully established, Elvis Presley level I want to be on. My dream, yeah, I want to be huge. You know, I didn't do this to just be a regular, you know, artist. All the negative that I went through and all the depression, all the stress, just give me equal to that in good and positive. I want to be as successful as I was depressed and stressed. There you go. Just give me that and I'm good. Yo, Gussie, I'm filming a documentary about my life story.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so these guys right with the camera, is it cool? They follow me around? I told fucking George. George is here?
One of the best guys down here. Party all the time.
Party all the time, brother. Thank you, man. They're shooting my life story. What you want me to do, brother? Yo, this is the owner, George. Pops, then we have Pops. I love you, dog.
So do you think you can do it?
Yeah, I got no doubt in my mind. If the doubt was there, I would have never even started. I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm not trying to be cocky or nothing, but it's just like you gotta know you can do it in order to do it. If you have doubt that you can't do it, then you shouldn't be even trying to do it. Like, I wouldn't say I have doubts, but like sometimes I go through a stage where I'm just thinking like, damn, it's so hard to do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? And you get into the depression and it's like, damn, you know, is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen? You don't know when. You don't know what's gonna happen. So you just gotta think positive. But at the times that I do think that it's not gonna happen or it's taking too long and I get down, somebody will call me, somebody will email me. Golden Child will link me up, yo, Ray, let's go to the studio. Something to happen that day or within that hour of me thinking about how, if it's gonna happen, and it'll spark it back up like, oh man, we good.
Gotta be my girl. If it takes my heart.